Let me fix this. I don't know why YouTube automatically puts the comment settings to where only the top commenters can comment. So I have to go in there every time and put all. I want to see everybody gets a voice.
I have to do that on Facebook. It's
It's
like you got to go in and put all comments, or it's gonna leave it at.
Oppress other people's comments or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, Rebecca ain't got no roaches out here?
No.
Ain't no big thing. Ain't no big thing. Let's see. Uh-oh. I'll be damned. We got a like. I got a like. What's up, Simba? What's up, End of Days? They said, what's up, Bloodhound? What's up, Blood? Man, y'all go check the new music video out, man, and dance to it. Get naked with your old lady and dance to it, man. That's the best way to listen to it, I think. In my opinion. In public. That would bring so much attention to the song. It'll go aluminum. You know what I'm saying? I'm thinking Facebook. Yeah, I posted the music video on Facebook, and Facebook took it and they chopped it up into 4 individual posts and put it on my Facebook page. I posted the whole music video. on Facebook. Facebook took it and chopped it into 4 individual video posts and put it on my page. So I had to go and delete all 4 of the posts and repost the music video. I kept 2 of the individual posts because people have commented on it, and
yeah, I've seen the ones that I've seen.
Like it's like when you click on it, it's like a part of the video. It's like
right.
It's like
it's not the whole thing.
It's not the whole thing. So I had to go and post the whole thing on Facebook. And then when Victoria was trying to like one of the clips yesterday on Facebook, every time she hit the like button, it automatically deleted her like. This morning, we got on her daughter's smartphone and went to my YouTube page. The video don't even show up. It don't even show up on her YouTube page.
Does she have child settings?
Well, she has child settings, but so does Nick, her son. And we went to we went to my YouTube page on his phone, and it showed up. So it's like they're doing internet games.
Yeah.
Everybody knows. Everybody knows that Bloodhound would be way bigger than I am right now if it wasn't for these libtards. They just don't like. And then when you go to TikTok, so the music video is uploaded on TikTok. Go to TikTok. These fucking young liberals are on TikTok. Boy, they hate the song. They cannot stand it at all. It's like they're said, please, and it's like they get together and they all agree on what to comment because they all comment the same shit. Please don't drop it. Please don't drop it. Please don't drop this song. Please don't drop this song. What they don't understand is I love haters. Motherfucker, if you've never had to bury somebody close to you again and again and again and again and again, and if you've never had to fight addiction, if you've never served time for the state or the feds, whatever, you cannot relate to my music. If you've never been through something, if you've never been through a divorce, if you've never had your ass whipped, if you've never dodged death, if you've never dodged bullets, if you've never sold drugs, if you've never done any of these things, you can't relate to my music. So you might as well keep on trucking. Go listen to Plug Walk. I don't even understand how the fuck my plug talk. I was there years ago. It took me, you're not born learning street ebonics. You got to be put up on game. Some people say the game is to be told, not sold. Some people say the game is to be told, sold, not told. Anyway, somebody has to put you up on game. Somebody has to know, has to break down the definition of being real. Somebody has to break down the laws and bylaws of whatever organization that you're forced to be in. Somebody has to come along and tell you what tattoos you can and can't get. Somebody has to come along and teach you how to cook crack. Somebody has to come along and teach you how to cook meth in a 2-liter Mountain Dew bottle shaking a jug. Somebody, if you have not lived that life and come out of it, and can live to tell about it, you can't relate to my music. I'm sorry. People are like, and on the flip side of that, this is what blows people's mind right here. On the flip side of that, if you have never drank moonshine around a bonfire listening to Hank Williams Jr. playing an acoustic guitar, you can't relate to my music. If you have never fallen down drunk off Jack Daniels listening to Led Zeppelin, you cannot relate to my music. And I know it's hard to put that together in people's mind because of the culture and how we think things should be. But I'm telling you, I'm living proof. I'm anti that, whatever the fuck you think it is. I'm looking at you dead in your face, and here I am. Here I am. Here I am. Every word in that song is true. Every fucking word. The only way I know how to write music is shit I've been through. You know what I'm saying? I've had artists ask me to ghostwrite for them. And I did. I ghostwrited one song for an individual who's like family to me. So I did it. And but I don't like doing it because I know what I've been through. I don't know what you've been through, but I know what Bloodhound's been through. And I never will forget the night that the police pulled up to our house. Domestic violence. Here they come. This is back when Mississippi really wasn't big on domestic violence. I seen the laws change in the state of Mississippi on domestic violence. Now they don't play with it. But I remember being a kid, and my dad's sitting at the table, drunk as a motherfucker, yelling at my mama. And when the police pulled up, he said, "Y'all ain't taking me to jail." And he said, "We told you if we come back, you're going to jail. So unfortunately, Mr. Nellums, you have to make that ride tonight." He took the fillet knife that he kept. He always had a knife on him. He took the fillet knife off the side of his hip and cut his arm 3 times. I mean, filleted his arm slap open. Guess what? He didn't go to jail. They took him to the hospital. And from the hospital, they took him to Whitfield. He was in Whitfield for 2 weeks and got out. Instead of looking at a domestic violence charge, which would have been his 3rd one, which would have probably been a felony, prison time, he fucking flipped out. He cut his arm. When he cut his arm, he took the blood and put it on his face like war paint. And he told the police, "Now come arrest me." I seen that at 11 years old. That was my life. That was my life growing up. And I'm not the only kid out there that has to lay in bed every night and pray to Jesus that his mom and daddy will stop arguing. I'm not the only kid that had to be raised that was scared to ask friends to come stay the night with them because they don't know if it's going to be a war zone or if it's going to be a peaceful night. I'm not the only kid out there that's seen their mama and daddy have to deal with the police. I'm not the only kid out there whose daddy would leave for a week or 2 weeks at a time smoking crack and just show up. Everything's supposed to be fine and back to normal. I'm not the only kid out there who's seen their mama put their daddy all their shit out on the front porch and tell him, "We're done." I'm not the only kid out there who had to watch their parents eventually go through a rough divorce. So if you can't relate to, if you ain't been that, if you ain't walked in those shoes, when I was a child, I spoke as a child, I understood as a child, I thought as a child. But when I became a man, I put away childish things. And that's the agreement. And if Veronica's in here, she could be the first one to tell you. That's the agreement I had with her when we first started dating. We do not, under any circumstances whatsoever, we do not argue in front of the kids. I can't do it. I suffer from PTSD from my childhood, mainly from my childhood. And so I don't want that for my kids, and I don't want that for her kids. I don't want them to see that. I don't want them to be raised in that. And if you don't understand that, you won't understand my music. It's that simple. Trump or Biden, Black Jesus. Trump or Biden sugar. I don't understand your screen name, and I don't understand the question. Sorry. Kids' lives matter. Yeah, Miss, you seen the shirt? I did a show with 3-6 Mafia. It didn't say Black Lives Matter. It said kids like. Man, I'm in the hood in Red Ball. Fuck a 3-6 Mafia. I'm in the hood at Red Ball at 11:30 at night with these 14-year-olds that have switches on them. They're selling crack. They got a curfew. They got cameras everywhere. The police is whoop, 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 back and forth. And I'm wearing this shirt. Children's lives matter. In the hood where there's no white people. No white people. So I scream it loud and proud. Children's lives matter. I had a fucked up childhood. If you have, Black Jesus, if you have to ask, I'm out. Okay, Black Jesus, see ya. But I do got a new video that's out. It's got over 125 comments. I want to shout out to Trey Healy for coming through and commenting on it. He's got a badass song that he's fixing to drop in a couple days. I'm not going to really talk about it, but if you're not following Trey Healy, go follow him. He's got a song about addiction. It's about addiction. It's about the heat of addiction, and it's a great video. They have a great production. Any type of music video that Trey Healy puts out is going to be like movie material for real. So he sent it to me, and he like, tell me what you think. I was like, dude, this is amazing. I'm so glad that Wonya came out, and now this one, because I didn't want to compete. I ain't gonna lie, it's a good one. It's a really good one. Also, I want to keep it in Mississippi. I want to shout out to Jaywalk. Thank you, Jaywalk, for coming through and commenting on the video and showing love. Keep it Mississippi. You know, every time I talk to him, I say, we gonna worry about the income now, worry about the outcome later. I got that from his daddy. His daddy, Chris, be riding on the skid all the time. Y'all see these people on the internet. Y'all see Jaywalk and his daddy. I got that from him. We're gonna worry about the income now, we're about the outcome later. But y'all see these people on the internet and stuff, man. These are normal Mississippi people that I see like in and out every day. There's so many there's so many type of jaywalks out here. There's so many type of bloodhounds out here. There's so many type of those dads out there, and like they're everywhere, and that's who I write music for. It's like we need a voice, you know what I'm saying? All these people out here that hate me act like they ain't never been through nothing. They ain't never had to sacrifice nothing. They ain't never lost nobody. They ain't never had to actually pick the shovel up and bury somebody because the funeral home was cutting them a deal and it would be too expensive to have them cover the casket up. So we had to do it. Been there twice. Been there twice. So it's like, it's got to come out. It's got to come out. Had a really, 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 really long, productive conversation with Haystack yesterday on the phone. He's got some major stuff coming down the pipe. And I'm going to say something I probably shouldn't say, but it meant the world to me for him to say it. And I really don't let people in what me and him talk about, but I think this needs to be said. There was a music video that I think the dude's name is JJ Longhorn and Forgiati Blow. They come out with a music video about hanging people, okay? About hanging somebody. And I understand. I understand. I personally don't see it as racist, but I could see where that could be observed as being racist. I see the argument on both sides. Anyway, with that being said, me and Haystack's on the phone talking. Haystack told him, he said, I don't think this is a good idea. The video was the song had been wrote, mastered, engineered. The video had been shot, edited, and done before Charlie Kirk was ever shot. They was going to release the video before Charlie Kirk was ever shot. So they showed a little bit to Haystack, and here's what Haystack told him, and this is what he told me on the phone. He said, I don't think it's a good idea, homie. You are very political on what you say, and here's why. And here's what he said, and verbatim. This is what he told Forgiati Blow. This is what he told me on the phone yesterday. He said, there is an artist There is a rapper down in South Mississippi by the name of Bloodhound. He may not be as big as you, and he may not have as much money as you, Blow. But I tell you something he's got that you don't. He's got 3 beautiful little boys that if somebody was to off him tomorrow, if Bloodhound was to get killed tomorrow, he's got 3 beautiful little boys that will continue his legacy after he's gone. You, Blow, you don't even have a son. You don't even have a kid to carry on. You know, you're so deep in this message, political message, and that's fine. You can be like that. That's fine. But with what you're doing right now, with the statements you're making right now with this song about hang 'em high, good versus evil, they could come after you, and you don't even have an offspring. And I was like, wow, I appreciate him saying that. And a couple days later, literally, a couple days later, they shot and killed Charlie Kirk. And then now supposedly, according to Candace, and I talked to somebody that talked to her. Matter of fact, I was on the phone with somebody that tried to 3-way her. According to Candace, she ain't put, I don't know if she's put this out. I don't follow her like that. But according to Candace, there's a list out there. There's a list. Unbelievable. You won't believe this, but Ryan Upchurch is on the list. Adam Calhoun is on the list. Tom McDonald's on the list. So, and I think, I'm not going to say I know for sure, but I think the elite higher ups of Antifa have a list. And they get these little dumb brainwashed leftists to go carry out their dirt against these people that's on the list. Trying the best to get us into some type of civil war because they can't beat us with our ideas. They can't beat us on the ballot box. So they won't open borders so they can ruin the country and cause a civil war. I'm going to tell you something else that this person told me that Candace told them. The shooter that shot Charlie Kirk, this is like inside information. Like the motherfuckers will probably call me up later and cuss me out and never talk to me again. But I swear you can, look, this ain't nothing. I have so much info that I don't tell y'all, so I feel like this ain't shit. So I'm going to say it. This individual that talked to Candace found this out. Candace actually talked to the shooter's parents. She got in touch with the shooter's parents. She's so convinced, and I'm sorry, and I don't mean to piss nobody off when I say this. I believe it's okay. It's okay to agree to disagree, okay? So, with that being said, don't hate Bloodhound, but I don't believe Israel had anything to do with this. I don't, okay? I'm sorry. I don't. Candace does. So, she got in touch with the shooter's parents. I don't even know, what's the shooter's name? Jeremy, Jeremiah, Josiah, something, one of them names. She got in touch with the shooter's parents. So here's the story behind the shooter. When the shooter that shot Charlie Kirk, it wasn't Israel. It was the dude that jumped off the building and left the 30-06 rifle in the woods. When Candace got in touch with his parents to talk to them, here's the deal. When the shooter become of age, 15, 16 years old, his whole life as a child, he never showed any homosexual tendencies. Never. Well, he become 15 or 16 years old, not only did he get a boyfriend, but he moved the boyfriend in his house with his parents. At first, his parents thought that they were just friends, and he was just a friend staying over all the time. But then, I don't know if he come out with it. I don't know if they got caught. I don't know if somebody else told him. But the parents of the shooter found out that he was a homosexual. And the parents are against that. I don't give a flying fuck. My sons will not be homosexuals either. Not going to happen. I don't hate nobody. I don't wish nothing ill will on nobody. Both of my sisters are gay and married with children living an alternate lifestyle, and I love them to death. I would go, I seen them at the baby shower. My sister's pregnant with a baby. Seen them at a baby shower Sunday. Love them to death. They love me. We love each other. There's no hate there. They live an alternate lifestyle. That's between them and their creator, not between me and their brother, because I'm going to be their brother, because I promise you one thing, if they need me to come beat the teeth out of somebody, I will pull in their driveway on 2 wheels. So I don't have no hate, but my boys ain't going to grow up gay. So when the shooter's parents found out he was gay, they kicked him out. At like, he was still a teenager. They kicked him out. And so somehow or another, he got with the person. I don't know if it was the same person, but they're transitioning from a male to a female. First off, that's not even possible. Like, a female has a uterus. All the scientists and doctors in the world cannot give you a uterus. It is impossible for a male to become pregnant, period. You can have titties, you can have your dick chopped off, you can talk like a sissy, you can whatever you want to think you want to do, you will never be pregnant. You'll never have a menstrual cycle, period. But he's transitioning, it's transitioning from a male to a female, and there's some talk about $50,000 being put in this person's bank account. The parents said he didn't even have a bank account. That they were still kind of funding him or whatever. And then all of a sudden, he goes to the University of Utah and shoots Charlie Kirk. I don't know, but I think that Candace just ran into a big nothing burger. And she was looking for something having to do with Israel. She was hoping that the parents, she was hoping that the parents fucking would tell her, oh yeah, he had an Israel flag in his room. And because Israel, hold on. I defended Israel. Now let me say some bad shit about Israel. Israel has pride parades too. Israel has LGBTQ transgender people too, just like America. Israel is nothing but a small America and dead in the Middle East. And them fucking bombing the shit out of hospitals and schools in Gaza is bullshit. I'm going to call a spade a spade. But at the end of the day, she was looking, hoping that Israel had something to do with it. And come to find out, the dude was just an extreme leftist liberal that was gay. That was with a boyfriend who was transitioning. And Charlie Kirk had such a loud voice. Fuck, I didn't even realize how famous he was. There was people in South Korea. Fuck it, man. I haven't even talked about this. Let's talk about it then. There was people in South Korea marching for Charlie Kirk. There was people in Britain marching for Charlie Kirk. There was people in Japan. There was people in Australia. All over America. No, actually, all them other countries had America beat. Those people showed up in droves more than we did in America. Now, we did show up for the service at the stadium. Okay, his funeral service at the stadium. There was, I think they said, I don't even want to say, but anywhere from 60 to 100,000. Somebody in the comments probably, you know what I'm saying, would know. Lady boys don't make you gay. Yes, the fuck they do. If a man is trying to become a woman, it's goddamn impossible. Shut the fuck up. Get the fuck off my live. I wish some of y'all was in front of me. Anyway, I was built different. They can take it all away to me. They can shoot me, put me on the list. Charlie Kirk was willing to die for it. I'm willing to die for it. There's a bunch of us willing to die for it because it's worth dying for. And I'm not just talking about America with my American flag shirt on and my grandpa's dog tag on. I'm talking about Western civilization built on the Judeo-Christian morals and principles that made us the superpower that we are. I'm talking about Australia. I'm talking about Britain. Let's talk about South Korea, okay? We're moving on from Charlie Kirk. Let's talk about South Korea. Those motherfucking black motherfuckers over there are taking land from the white people who's been there since the 1600s. Do you understand that the white people in South Africa has been there before America was ever a nation? Nobody talks about this. They were there before America was ever a nation. And South Africa wouldn't be shit. It would be a shithole like Zimbabwe. It would be a shithole like Mogadishu. It would be a shithole like Niger. It would be a shithole if they didn't show up and bring technology. If they didn't show up and teach them how to build structures more than a single story. If they didn't show up and teach them how to... They didn't even know what a contract was. They said, what's a contract? What's a contract? They had to show them all this. Do you understand when you go to Haiti? Go to Haiti. All the buildings that's built in Haiti was built by the Spanish. When they drove the Spanish people out during the Haiti Revolution, when they come out of slavery, they have not built one structure. It takes the UN or another Western country to come in and build embassies and give them money to build ports and stuff. But the actual people of Haiti ain't build a motherfucking thing. They ain't done nothing but put each other in the ground, set each other on fire. Same thing with South Africa. They getting rid of, what they say? Ha, kill the boy, kill the boy. I will, Hey, it wouldn't be shit. And then let's talk about apartheid in South Africa. Let's talk about apartheid, okay? Do you know who had a major role in ending apartheid in South Africa? And don't say Nelson Mandela, even though he did. And he was a good man. Spent years in prison for being a political prisoner. But you want to know who really behind the scenes was pulling the strings to end apartheid in South Africa? Queen Elizabeth, the Queen of Britain. She was the one pulling the strings. She was gonna put sanctions on a country that literally was built by Britain. She was gonna sanction them if they didn't end apartheid. She was gonna override the prime minister and sanction South Africa if they didn't end apartheid. Oh, but you have a Prince Harry now whose wife says that the family's racist. But nobody talks about this. Nobody talks about the truth. You know what I'm saying? Nobody talks about the truth. But anyway, the guy said, do I like Trump or Biden? Sugar. I like the truth. That's what I like. I like the truth. That's why I can go deep in these woods right here and get respect all year long. I can go deep in the trap house and the projects and nobody would think about trying me. The other day, you ain't got to believe me. I don't give a fuck. The other day, we're at the store in the hood, Danny's. And because I'm white, there were some people there who was staring at me a little bit too long. I don't like being stared at long, especially in that area of Gulfport, Roughport. Lo and behold, this dude pulls up, black guy pulls up in the truck. I went to high school with him, hadn't seen him in years. Bro, what's been going on, dog? You know what I'm saying? It's good to see you. Well, I heard seeing you doing the music thing. Yeah, bro, yeah, I'm trying, you know what I'm saying? Blah, 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 you know, got a couple kids, blah, blah, blah. All right, good to see you, good to see you. By the time he got out the truck, them other guys come through in a Suburban, still staring extremely hard at me. So finally, Bloodhound being Bloodhound, man, get your shit fixed. Bloodhound being Bloodhound, I'm like, what the fuck are you staring at? And they're tough, so they stop. And they're like, what'd you say? And I repeated myself. And then some words were, you know, sent back and forth. Then I let him know I was serious, because as I'm trying to close the gap between us, I take my lighter and I beam it and throw it dead at him. It misses him. They go to get out the car, and then they stop. They stop. And then they get back in the car. And they like, fuck this. And then they turn the steering wheel and they leave. And I'm like, I'm standing in the middle of the parking lot. My heart's racing. I'm standing in the middle of the parking lot. I'm like, what just happened? I turn around. Lo and behold, the dude I went to high school with and my homeboy are both standing behind me with a 9mm and a 45. Like that quick. Basically telling these dudes that if you get out, we're going to take your life. Over me. Glad to see you. Went to high school with him. Hope your kids are doing good. Next time I see you, I hope you're alive. That type of stuff. How does a person get that type of respect? You have to pay your dues. You have to be truthful. And you have to be put in a room where they look at you and say, you're looking at the rest of your life in prison if you don't talk to us. But if you make a deal with us, we can help us help you. If you help us, we'll help you, and we'll talk to the judge, and we'll try to see if you'll get home maybe when you become an adult. But if you lie to us about anything, you will spend the rest of your life in prison. I said my lips are sealed. I'm not saying nothing. Take me to the zone. A lot of people ain't built like that. I wasn't built like that. I was not born that way. I was made that way. And in the song, Won't Ya, it's a dedication to my brother, JB, who literally brick by brick put this heart inside my chest. And that's why you got people like Charlie Kirk. You got people like me. You got people like Tommy Robinson. You got people like Andrew Tate. You got people like his brother that are willing to die for the truth. And if we're on a list, I hope to God I'm at the top of it. I love y'all. Just dropped a video. Over 125 comments. I thank all the artists who have commented on it. I want to give a shout out to Sewer City. I want to give a shout out to the Gables. I want to give a shout out to Red Ball, Canal Road Projects, letting us come through and shoot the music video with I got my 9-year-old son out there. That's how safe. Anyway, I want to give a shout out to all y'all. I want to give a shout out to Misty. You already know. I want to give a shout out to Josh. If y'all ain't following Josh, I want to give a shout out to everybody that is in the comment section. Okay, everybody, hold up, stop. We got a Nigerian prince in here. Nigerian prince, unemployed dude saying they're like Charlie Kirk and Andrew Tate. Unemployed, huh? Okay. Who's lying? Am I lying? Are you really a Nigerian prince? Because if you are really a Nigerian prince, you be the dumbest motherfucking prince that ever exists in this world. If you the Nigerian prince and you got the power to have the goddamn trash picked up off the side of the road and you still don't, and it's piling up like Haiti, you're the one that's dumb. That's how serious I take you. You know what I'm saying? Nigerian prince my ass. Bloodhound Nation till the wheels fall off. Hey, conversation runs Bloodhound Nation. That is what it is. I love you too, Josh. Fuck them all, Misty, huh? Chicago West, Bloodhound Nation. Got the corner in the chat. What's up, Chief? The sad truth of the matter is, y'all, I do have a job, and I'm on lunch break, so I gotta go. And really just kind of flies in the face of that dumbass. Go watch the video, go share the video, go hate the video, go talk shit about me, clip this live, share it, talk about how stupid I am, talk about how weak I am, and God bless you. I love each and every one of you. Wishing you happiness all the days. Thank you, I don't want to mess your name up. Mikhail. Shannon Mikhail. I'm usually good with names. Old Bloodhound. What's up, Thomas? Johnny Johnson, the hustle is real. The hustle is real and the struggle is real. For real. If you didn't grow up in a house that sometimes the electricity got cut off, you can't relate to my music.